Good afternoon, everybody. I thought I'd just like to give you an idea of what we're all going to be having on our collard farming workshop. We haven't sent anything out yet, but we'd like to just put out there for everybody to know exactly what we're going to be dealing with. We invite you all. It's on the 5th, 6th and 7th of November, and we want to please ask board members if they don't want to attend as well. We'd love some of them there. We'd like some of our inspectors there too, because we really feel strongly that this isn't about us. This is about the Meatmaster breed. And we'd like you all there to see how we can share in taking this breed forward, and by sharing with each other knowledge that we all have. It is not in opposition to the society's courses, anything but that. We encourage all our young breeders to please make use of the courses that the society offers, because on this course we're not going to waste time or go into any detail on cull faults, like what are things like should I say cow hocks or X-legs or devil's grip or any of those things. We're not going to be looking at those things. We're going to go deeper into what we want to achieve in selecting our sheep to become more profitable. Now, what we decided in the beginning of the breed, it's just all about economics. We've got to realize that if we're not doing something because it has an economic impact, either making money for us or saving money, we said it mustn't be part of the breed. Slowly we started moving away from that, and we feel strongly that we've got to take the breed back there, because that's going to give us the edge in the future over any of the other breeds. So we've also learned that the breed is never the problem. We found with many breeds, I've had experience in many countries with different breeds, and the problem is always the people, not the breed. People take a breed in the wrong direction. That's why we are trying to get breeders together, give them the knowledge, decide together, learn from them as well, so that we can get the correct message across, that we don't also take this wonderful breed in the wrong direction in future. What our workshop wants to concentrate on are the following, more or less: our breed standards, the fundamental of Meatmaster breeding, as I mentioned. What are those fundamentals? All tied to economics. We want to explain what we exactly meant by that, and still mean about that to this very day. What is and do we actually mean by the Meatmaster type? We all say that's the right type of sheep to have, but what is that type? Why do we want that type? And do we all agree with what that type is? Because each one seems to make up his mind about exactly what the Meatmaster type is. And I want to say that we go into this and discuss it, and also learn from you people. How do we then use our eye and knowledge of the breed to select the correct type? We've come a long way ourselves by looking at these things from all different angles and so on, but how do we use the knowledge we now have to improve our breed, and how do we share this with the people out there, with our breeders out there? That is what we want to have a deep look at and discuss in the crawls. The other thing I want to just say, we don't want to look at fancy points, a pretty picture, that type of thing. We have considered in our own mind, people form these things in their own mind, what this pretty picture is, what this type is, and then they take the whole breed in that direction. We don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we get the whole idea of breeding a more economical Meatmaster into the minds of our breeders, and especially some of our customers. What data do we then further have to collect to select the most profitable sheep? We've got to look at that for the right type. How do we use data? How do we use our eye, everything, to select that sheep? We will practically select the correct ewes to breed with. We'll do it practically in the crawls. We will also select rams fit for sale purposes, as well as rams for own use. How do we go about these? How do we look and say this is just not going to take the breed forward, so we cannot have these things on our sales and breed them there anymore? And as far as the rams are that we use for our own stud, how do we go about looking at these sheep, selecting them, and really taking our own studs and the breed forward? We will also openly discuss problems we have on selecting sheep just on blood values, and explain how to solve the problem. People always think we are so tied up with stud book and stuff, and we just believe everything they say to us. No, we have in-depth discussions with them. We're busy with in-depth discussions at this stage as well. What is the best for our Meatmaster breed? What is wrong with blood? Why aren't we satisfied with blood? What can we do to better it? We'll explain all those things, and as I say, so that the people can understand it. We'll also look at overfeeding of animals. We see so many sheep on sales these days that are totally overfed. We even feel we are overfeeding our sheep only to get to a sale and see, no, there's some that are still fed way beyond what we have fed. So I'd like an open discussion. We'd like to discuss that, see what the negatives are of that on our breed in the future, and take it and give advice to breeders what we should be doing. We will also deal with things like epigenetics, why it is important to let certain sheep really be accustomed to all the problems out there as far as scarcity of feed is concerned, diseases, all these things. What role does epigenetics play in all of that? We'll touch on that and we'll go into it. We sincerely believe that the Meatmaster is nearing the end of its honeymoon period, where anything called a Meatmaster and fed fat had a good price. We're getting to the end of that. I'm sure we're going to be seeing sales this year that really fetch very poor prices, and even a lot of animals perhaps not being sold. Those people will definitely be climbing out in the near future, which have that problem, but we've got to make sure that that's not a problem of our breed. That's a problem of how we've gone about things, and where we were in a breed, where the people saw we had a good breed and everybody wanted it, and they bought rubbish with good stuff. I think the rubbish won't have a market in future, and we'll just have to concentrate on the better ones. We further believe that the right Meatmaster is and will remain a fantastic, profitable sheep breed to farm with. The idea of this workshop is to help and empower you to be one of those breeders left standing and taking the breed forward to new heights as the rest slowly start to fall away, as they will always only in it for the short term and to manipulate it for their own benefit. That is what we see. So we're going to take the first 2 days to really go into the nitty and gritty of all of this regarding breeding and selection. Then we take the 3rd day, which is optional, which is open for breeders further to discuss any matters they'd like to discuss, and also to just take a trip around the farm. If there's a desire for breeders to do that, we will show them how we go about doing all this practically here at La Rochelle. Also, please book early, because we only have place for 25 people. We can't take more than that, because we just feel we can't give each one that personal, that personal attention we'd like to give to everybody. So yes, everybody is welcome, but just please book as early as possible. And we're not trying to take the breed in a certain direction. We definitely aren't doing this for our own purposes. We're doing this because we believe in this breed. We believe in, if we do it right, we'll be a breed that is really going to go far in this country and even worldwide. We've got the potential, but if we don't use the right tools to select the breed properly, we're never going to get there. Thank you.